Democracy dies in darkness. That used to be, up until today, Washington Post's tagline, its mission statement. That came out in 2017 when Donald Trump was assuming the presidency, and it was clear that he was an authoritarian, that he wanted to squash all dissenting voices, primarily at press outlets that held him accountable, that investigated his businesses, his foreign dealings, his conflicts of interest when he refused to divest, and when the Saudis and the Chinese were buying tens of thousands of dollars worth of hotel rooms that they would just leave empty. Well, now the Washington Post's new tagline, its new mission statement is riveting storytelling for all of America. Someone get Jeff Bezos this book, please, please. The 20 lessons are right here. Just freeze the screen and read them. Number one, do not obey in advance. We are in the advance period. Donald Trump is not the president yet. But let's be real. Jeff Bezos isn't one of us. He's a tech billionaire. The man makes a lot of money off of government contracts. So this decision to change the mission statement of the Washington Post was not about the Washington Post. It was about all of the other sources of income. And for Jeff Bezos, this was about preserving his legacy. He doesn't want to spend the next 4 years being attacked by Donald Trump, so he's laying over. Someone as wealthy as Jeff Bezos knows that he and his family are really not going to be touched if he doesn't make noise for the next 4 years and if he just smiles for photos. It's the rest of us, and frankly, not people who look like me, not straight white cis males, right? We're not going to suffer. It's going to be all of the vulnerable populations out there. So listen, as disappointing as this is a Jeff Bezos problem. This isn't a journalism issue. Do not blame the journalists of Washington Post for this. Rule number 2 is defend institutions. Washington Post remains, at least for now, an institution worth saving. Though the editorial decisions are very likely to be compromised, it's not total silence. It is not being totally complicit, at least yet. But this does really highlight the need for independent voices, and I'm committing to you that I'm going to continue to be one. While I may or may not be losing my primary platform, 120,000 followers on TikTok, I'm investing in a backup, and that's Substack. So look, it's not enough to defend institutions, to defend democracy. We need to go on offense. And it doesn't just mean going after Donald Trump, the biggest fish, right? I'm going after the little fascists too. I will be publishing in the next week an expose on a number of fascists who committed a violent hate crime and whose organization and leader were just found liable for about $3 million in damages. So I'm going to identify those individuals and I'm going to publish their names and faces on my Substack. So check out On Offense with Chris Goldsmith. And if you haven't already, get this book, learn your 20 lessons, and let's go on offense.